Guys, it's day 2 at Enterprise Connect here in the Sunshine State, Orlando, Florida. And I'm delighted to be joined, actually, by Simon Black, who was our first ever, or one of our first ever guests on the Iris Pod way back in 2021.
Yeah, 2021 at the CC Expo in the UK.
Wow. But now we're here. And Simon, really quite an exciting thing to talk about today, because we're formalizing our partnership and you're here on the stand, but this is a thing that we're going to be doing for some time here.
It's so huge. It really is so huge. There's so many voice analytics vendors out in the market, but I think the combination of Iris and Awaken really is just a real differentiator for the market now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, on the flip side for us, to be able to extend beyond real-time, cleaning up the background noise into the analytics side of things is also huge for us, and we can leverage each other's strengths in that way.
Huge. If I look at what's happening in the market at the moment, we do voice analytics. So we really are analyzing those telephone calls. And one of the biggest challenges we see is just that noise issue, where people are always going, "Hi, sorry, can you repeat that? I can't hear you." And the other issue with us, we do analytics. So if you're putting bad call quality into the analytics, you're actually really bringing down the quality of those analytics as well. So the better the call quality, the better the analytics.
Yeah, that's a really kind of symbiotic benefit. I think in terms of what we're doing here, so you kindly had Mark on, where were you? You were in...
Yeah, so we did a show in January, San Antonio.
That's right, San Antonio.
Which was a call center wing. And we had Iris on our stand there. And it was, yet again, people coming to our stand, all they're thinking about is how to improve the customer experience. And that customer experience is, how can actually customers hear properly? How can your agents hear your customers properly? And then once they can hear well, actually what you can do with the analytics out the back of that.
Yeah, and then we've repaid you the favor. You're here with Fab. It's excellent. In terms of where you see this space going, this analytics space, and it's obviously something that all businesses are paying, even 2 years on from our first conversation, so much more attention to. What are your insights on the next kind of trends and things that customers are looking to adopt?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that's happening at the moment, and we see this especially in the US, but it is filtering down into the European markets, is everyone is talking about real-time agent assistance. So if you've got complex interactions that you're having with your customers, and they need to be through telephone calls, then you want to be able to support your agents on that journey to have that really good customer experience. So what we're looking to do is, with our technology, is we use real-time voice, we listen to it, we understand it, and we understand the intent within those conversations, and then we automatically prompt the agent to the next best action so that you can basically nail that call on that first call. So give you a quick example. If someone's phoning up for a new insurance policy, they're going through that call, you give them a quote, and the customer goes, "That's far too expensive." What we can do is we can use AI to understand the intent that is too expensive. We can also see that this customer is an existing customer using a different policy, so we can authorize to the agent that we could provide a 20% discount. That really drives efficiencies into that agent's call. But if you don't have good quality calls or good clarity of those calls, then the AI might suggest the wrong thing to the agent. So call clarity is absolutely fundamental to this agent assistance.
We talk a lot about the ROI for contact centers, and obviously part of that's average handling time, but that first call resolution, the difference of having to do another call, you see some stats where even as much as $20 per call, which is insane to me in terms of the fully loaded cost. So to resolve it on that first call, it's fundamental to the success of the commercial model.
It's huge. And also, if you think about that insurance policy, the new insurance policy, quite a few humans like us will shop around. So if you can't handle that call on the first go, they'll just go off and buy their policy from someone else. So if you can help guide and assist the agent to get the sale on that first call, yes, you bring down average handle time because it's they're guided, but more importantly, your top line sales go up dramatically to assisting that agent.
So you're picking up on the cues in the words that are said. Is this industry going to get to the point where there was the old trick where you could phone up and pretend I'm going to cancel my TV subscription, but you have no intention to cancel it. You're just looking to get a discount. And you could probably pick up on some of those cues in the intonation of the voice and so forth. Is that where this will go next?
I think it is. And it's also because you're now taking data from your knowledge base and then bringing that using AI in front of the agent, you could also find out that, look, this customer is always threatening to quit, but never quits. And they're always saying that they need a 20% discount. So you can make sure that you're guiding the agent efficiently, not just automatically giving a 20% discount, for example.
Yeah. On the customer side, not so good, but I mean, ultimately we're trying to drive value. And I think, even 2 years on from when we spoke and we were just, in the midst of COVID at that time, voice has become even more important for companies, and often a point where the brand and that customer experience comes down because the person isn't equipped to deal with a problem, and actually they're representing the brand poorly in that moment. And do you see this trend of voice? Because there was a moment there where we were going to full automation, bots, online, all of these things. Do you think voice is making a resurgence?
So I wouldn't say a resurgence, but what I saw was the actual amount of voice calls was really declining heavily. What I've seen now is, I wouldn't say it's leveled out, but the decline is a lot more level. Because what they've realized and what everyone's seen is using bots and everything like that for the simple tasks, slightly more complex tasks is really good. And any contact center wants to digitize as much of those as they can, because a contact center with voice is very expensive. But what they've also now realized is those high complex interactions or the high emotion interactions, people still want to speak to a human being. So what we're trying to do now is make those interactions as efficient as possible.
Yeah.
What you don't want is an agent going, sorry, I need to go and find some information, can I put you on hold? We want to deliver information to the fingertips of that agent. So when you have to have that voice call, it can be as efficient as possible. They can hear you properly, but also they can be guided so it has quicker interaction as possible, which really improves the customer experience. The other final piece around that is by using analytics to really listen to the voice of the customer, you can start understanding what your customers are asking for.
Yes.
This can spot new revenue models for you, because there could be something that the customer keeps asking for that you don't have at the moment. So it can actually really open up different revenue streams.
Yes, it's voice as a premium, and that what you say there just makes total sense in that kind of line of thinking. That complex, high value, big risk of churn type conversations where you're going to secure more revenue retention or upsell out of those interactions, and it's vital that that clarity is there so that the experience is as premium as the subject matter, I suppose, of the conversation.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the other really interesting thing for our partnership is we can make use of our analytics to really show the value of Iris as well. So if you turn on Iris by using the analytics, you can suddenly see what difference it's making, not just by how much of the average handle time it's reducing, but also where the amount of times a customer or the agent is having to ask, sorry, can you repeat that? We will see those will all go away, but we can actually show that with our analytics. So I think that partnership is really important to just accentuate the value that Iris brings to the contact center.
And the value that Awaken brings to the contact center is symbiotic. It's fantastic.
It really is, 100%.
Thanks, Simon. We're really excited about the partnership. I think it's going to be a long and fruitful one, not just for our companies, but for our clients, our shared clients. It's going to really level up the offering, and I think they're going to see the benefits, like you say, in the bottom line, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited to be working with you guys. It really is fantastic.
Excellent. Thanks, Simon. We'll see you soon for more content.